Welcome back, TTS Daily, Monday edition, upsize edition, permanent upsize edition. We are doubling our daily content from here onwards, which means, yeah, I know the background is kind of different, it's temporarily. Sit back, relax, enjoy, and tell us how are you liking our new longer format as requested by most of you. Let's kick things off. This poor plane continued circling over the runway for 30 to 45 minutes around because the runway lights weren't turned on. This happened on 15 September 2025 when Air Corsica flight XK777 departed from Paris and wanted to land on the Mediterranean island of Corsica. And then the air traffic controller wasn't responding because he or she was sleeping and they were alone. So the pilot just kept circling around and around above the Mediterranean, waiting for the runway lights to light up or for the air traffic controller to respond. Not sure if they could hear any snoring, but anyway, finally, ground staff climbed up into the control tower to physically wake up the sleeping air traffic controller, who then turned on the runway lights. All bells and wells, the plane had passengers with them. Everyone landed safely, and you know what? After that, they even tested the air traffic controller and he or she tested negative for substances. So yeah, it wasn't, like something that caused him to fall asleep. Probably just boredom. Alright. A high school teacher unleashed Kung Fu on his student. You guessed it right, it happened in China, Shanxi, on September 19, 2005, Friday. And apparently there's this really viral video that showed the Kung Fu the teacher displayed. Hopefully editor could find it and play it above us here, obviously with some censoring, So this teacher have no idea, zero context why he decided to unleash his Kung Fu. By the way, using Kung Fu on your students is prohibited by law, okay? It's prohibited by law to use Kung Fu on anyone, by law, by the way, also, okay? And the poor student ended up with a bruise on the left side of the face and even a bit of blood stains around the corner of the eye. And the next day, on September 20th, 2025, the Education Bureau confirmed the online incident was true. Hopefully, we have something to show up here. I've tried looking for the viral video, but I couldn't find it. I really wanted to see what kind of Kung Fu was being employed here. They did an investigation and confirmed it was true, and then even reprimanded the school principal, believe it or not, And then in the end, the school principal had to take the offending teacher to the boy's home and then apologize to the boy and his parents. Surprisingly, the teacher was given a short suspension. The exact length we do not know. And the teacher was also ordered to make a deep self-reflection, okay? I just saw the video of the Kung Fu the teacher did on a student, okay? It's worse than I thought, okay? I have no idea. When I said Kung Fu, I meant it jokingly. I didn't expect real Kung Fu, okay? It was horrible, okay? I was shocked seeing that it's horrible, and I think maybe a permanent suspension is more ideal in dealing with this teacher, honestly. And I'm shocked the parents and the boy forgave the teacher. Absolutely shocked. Zubeen Garg, 52-year-old Indian singer from Assam, passed away in Singapore following a scuba diving accident. This happened on September 19, 2025, near St. John Islands, where the Singapore police received a call for assistance and rescued him unconscious from the sea. Apparently, Zubeen Garg had difficulty breathing during scuba diving and had to be rescued. He was rushed to SGH, Singapore General Hospital, and admitted to ICU. Despite medical treatment and close monitoring, doctors could not revive him and he was pronounced deceased on the same day. Police confirmed no foul play is suspected. Zubeen Garg was actually scheduled to perform on September 20th for the Northeast Festival, an event showcasing the products and cultural heritage of India's northeastern region. The Northeast Festival has been cancelled after the tragedy. Our thoughts and condolences to Zubeen Garg, his family and his loved ones. Okay, I'm gonna be straight up front. The first time I saw this video, the one that shows a ball lightning at Pasir Ris Park, I honestly thought it is real. After that, when I saw the second video of the one at Tampines area, I was like, okay, that can't be real. So, two ball lightnings on the same day, one in Pasir Ris, one in Tampines. Both are quite near to each other. How is that possible? Both happen at night. I don't think it's real. I think this is what you call AI, computer generated CGI, a hoax. No way two ball lightnings on the same night and the areas are pretty near. Because it can't be the same ball lightning traveling from one area to the other, because in both videos the ball lightning poof, they disperse, okay? So anyway, I was reading this article hoping to know the truth, whether is it real or fake, and apparently people still don't know. And the news outlets have reached out to the climate station hoping for a better clarification. I also wanted to know whether it's real or not, which I mean, to think about it slowly, see the quality of the video, right? That ball lightning looks way too pretty, you know, way too high quality. It belongs in a Star Wars movie. Doesn't look like a real thing at all. So let me know, what do you think? Real, AI, CGI, what is that? Oh yeah, and of course I know it happened during the Lunar 7 month, but yeah, anyway, the Lunar 7 month is behind us, okay? We're safe. The one-legged clan at the Guanyin Miao at Waterloo Street strikes again. Believe it or not, September 14, 2025, 5 PM, a 1v1 broke out between a 66-year-old one-legged uncle, which we have covered so many times, and a 74-year-old man. Take note, both men are tissue vendors at the area. Not sure if this 66-year-old one-legged uncle, Mr. Lin, is the same Mr. Lin as the one we just covered recently who poured a packet of coffee over the lady tissue vendor's head, okay? Not sure if it's the alleged leader or is this a different one-legged uncle. So anyway, video footage now showed Mr. Lin sitting on his mobility device, grabbing the older man by the collar and then with one hand and then with the other hand throwing strikes to the face. The older man, 74-year-old man, fell to the ground. Another passerby rushed to separate the two, causing chaos and drawing a large crowd. Now, finally, September 20th, 2025, reporters have met up with Mr. Lin, who claims he didn't throw the first punch, claim he didn't start the fight. But then video footage obviously didn't say it that way. Okay, let's listen a bit to his background story. The law of this fight is pretty much, you wouldn't have expected the reason, okay? So now, Mr. Lin claimed the older man, 74-year-old man, habitually passed water, bodily fluid, in his pants near the temple, and the smell was so bad. Okay, the smell was bad. So not sure, was he too lazy to go to the toilet because he has too many tissue to sell, or people keep want to buy tissue, he has no time to go to the toilet, or he couldn't control his bladder. I'm guessing he has issue controlling his bladder. So once again, the smell was so bad it disturbed many people. Not just the sellers find it, frustrating, but even the buyers are frustrated. Buyers are there, really happy to buy tissue, but the bad smell puts people off. If the smell is bad, the sales is bad. It makes sense. Or you could tell them, buy some tissue and stuff it up your nose so there will be no more bad smell. That's besides the point. Anyway, Mr. Lin say on the day of the incident, once again, maybe there's some kind of smell. He told the 74-year-old man, let me buy you some adult diapers. That man got emotional. The 74-year-old man got emotional and then allegedly punched Mr. Lin 3 times in the face first. Obviously, video footage didn't capture that, so we need to know who threw the first punch, right? Mr. Lin emphasized once again he only retaliated after being attacked and denied being the aggressor. Another tissue seller confirmed that the older man has refused multiple offers to use diapers, leaving others frustrated. And local witnesses also claim that such quarrels and disputes between the elderly tissue vendors at the area are getting very common. It seems that the older they get, the more heated they are. To the older man who has issue with holding his water in, consider using an adult diaper. When you use an adult diaper, when you're using it, people won't know you're using it because there'll be no smell. So in this case, it's win-win. And you have Mr. Lin here offering to buy for you. Although we do not know context, did he mean it in a, maybe his tone was a bit aggravating, which might have caused the fight. Anyway, police investigation is still underway. Let us know if any witness were there and saw who actually threw the first punch. Rage, the loss of one's beloved car park lot, can push oneself to extremes such as using your keys to scratch the car that stole your lot. Not exactly steal, maybe they didn't see you, or maybe they did and even smiled at you, but either ways, it's still wrong for you to go and scratch their car. So this elderly man in black was caught on camera, candid camera, smile, you're on camera, looking left and right, checking everywhere, but couldn't spot the camera staring directly right at him. As he was scratching with his right hand, you can see the motion of his right hand, and then he disappeared from view because he was squatting down, probably to exert strength better into the scratches. He walked off and then came back to scratch the left side of the car too. All because, I think apparently, all because he lost that parking lot to a silver car. So, not sure what's gonna happen now, but this kind of petty actions, let's hope the police are looking into it. Anyway, we have you on camera, uncle. This feels like a call for help. This is your last story of the day. Follow us for more. This happened on September 20th, 2025, around 11:30 AM, where a shirtless man was spotted sitting on the road beside his car, holding a dog in his arms. The way it is seen in the photos, my initial impressions, it feels like he was waiting for the authorities to be called, waiting for someone to walk up and check up on him. It feels like he probably felt the end of the road is here. So people obviously would call the authorities because no one would just park the car and then sit outside their car, shirtless holding a dog. When officers arrived, they saw the 41-year-old man sitting there with the dog in arms. Passerbys reported he looked dazed, but no one mentioned anything of whether is he acting in a zombie-like state or no. While others also said that he was seen sitting on the ground when later lying down. When engaged by the officers, the man verbally provided a false identity. Further checks then revealed he has, illegal substances on him and even the paraphernalia for those substances, and also an e-vaporizer and a bank card not under his name. And then officers finally took steps to confirm his real identity and realized that he was actually wanted by the Central Narcotics Bureau, the CNB. So he's wanted. If he was wanted, why would he be just sitting out there by the road, shirtless holding his dog? Doesn't this feel like he was waiting for help to come? Anyway, during the arrest, the man resisted by pushing officers and attempting to bite them, forcing even more police. I think apparently it took like 5 officers to finally restrain him. And during this time, his dog kept barking at the officers and he also kept shouting, "My dog, my dog." Honestly, who feels this feels like those 90s action films, where this is like the last scene where the man, say goodbye to his loved one and then he goes in and then try to change, hopefully seeking for help. I mean, that's how I feel this looks like. So finally, he was arrested for using criminal force against a public servant, providing false particulars, suspected fraudulent possession of property, the bank card not in his name, and also suspected illegal substance-related offences. Later on, his dog, don't worry, the man's family came to take in the dog, and the man's father told a news outlet that he hasn't seen his son for many years and hoped that his son will turn over a new leaf after the arrest. It's really those typical old school 90s Hong Kong movies, right? And usually by the time the credits roll, there might be one more final scene where, after many years, he's released and his families are all out there waiting for him. So if you are really seeking for help, I mean body language wise, seeing the photos, it looks, and knowing that you are also wanted but you're just seated out there by the road, it seems like a call out for help. I hope you get the help that you need.